I keep going but I'm not quite sure how. I feel numb but at the same time I've never had this much peace and sensation. I know this redacted has effect on my moods. My overconsumption and lack of boundaries and obsessive tracking with consumption is mirrored in my personality and the way I interact. I feel really redacted. I don't know what really brings me redacted. I am very good at becoming incredibly efficient and productive. I know how to keep going physically but mentally I'm not always there. My inclination is to disassociate, to touch and go. I feel like I'm associating dancing with being at such a high stress level. I don't know where home is. I think it's redacted me a little that I got on these redacted the same time redacted. I don't know how I got here. I don't know my why. I can make something up but like, find and build are basically the same to me. What your days consist of is what your life consists of. I don't really know what brings me joy anymore. These redacted make it so I can function. I see that I like to feel put together. I like to acquire new things, new clothes, new food. I want to feel obsessed, but I just don't. I feel like I'm trying to repeat past but it's just not hitting like it used to. Nothing is hitting like it used to. Maybe this is the frequency or volume effect. I just got out of a major redacted. Maybe that's what this feels like. I'm trying to remember the last time I felt deep sadness and it was probably redacted. My default has been to consume media, myself, products, food, merchandise. It's been taking autonomy over things again. I have to constantly remind myself that I am in control. I can be in control. I can take risks. I can make connections. I don't have to be alone. I can say yes. I don't have to hide. I can take care of myself. I can have output and input in a fluctuated, balanced way. I felt the vibrations yesterday and it called me to movement, but an imagined moment in physical stillness. I thought about lifelines. The sensation of sound was my tether. Redacted was what kept me breathing without conscious thought. I guess it's not that I want to die, or that I don't want to live. It's just that I don't really know how to be alive, which is a silly thing to say cause IDK that anyone does. They just are. But if this is it, I don't know that I like it. I feel a yearning for more. But what is more when enough doesn't exist? Do you know what it's like to wait for the sun to go down so that you can sleep, so that you can wake up and work out and go to sleep again? Yeah, so what's the point? I'm writing a stupid little emo poem again. Mother told me to eat some sugar, but when I redacted I can't stop and I don't like the way it makes me feel. I wasn't acting like myself. I see more when I have nowhere to go, wandering, walking, complete lists. Has to go, numb to rush back. No pleasure without pain. Karma. I want to be more grateful. It's something you can't force. What happened to the memory? Is it the first to go? 919 new is cheaper than repair. We have a consumption problem. I want control, so I've lost it. Why is it that everyone is always asking for money? No matter the time, place, background, person. I watched wealthy white women ask other wealthy white women for their or their husband's money. Where does the money reside? Why do we center around it? Why is it scarce? I don't like to be told what to do. I have to talk myself through it. Give myself the idea inception. What are the conditions of conception? But I think it's cause I was taught that was the only option. That was all I ever saw. But I don't like to be told what to do. I like to be tied down, but only when I am in control. I like to float around and be accountable and traceable to myself. Get visibility feels like validation, and sometimes validation feels like value. But I know those things aren't true. I've lived so much life, but I still get bored with the mundane day to day. But sometimes it's really too much for me to do anything but the mundane. It's important for me to be around life. I don't do well with stale air. I don't like it stuffy. I get claustrophobic if I feel trapped or like I don't have the option to leave. But in a bind I feel more stability and stretch. I'm channeling redacted. Sometimes I wonder if the redacted is making me numb. But then I take a nap. I keep remembering and forgetting about the feeling of being alive. I don't know if I like it or not. I wonder how deeply I can care for myself. If I can do something to show love every day. I wonder if I pray more. I wonder if my capacity for love can grow. I wonder.
Yeah.